do apologize. Bear with me. Hello, hello, hello. So it's been nearly just over a year since we started rabbit farming. So just want us to recap and we have a conversation about how we are doing with rabbit farming. It's been good. It's been good. Um, Thank you, Faith. It's been good so far. I'm very, very excited with where we are with the project. We're still in the project phase, which means we are still learning about these beautiful animals. And just to clarify, we are doing rabbit farming. So it's not just pet, but we're also interested in the pet aspect of this rabbit farming business. I use the word business because that's what the idea is, to do this as a business. So I can't get it all right. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the speaker here so I can be heard properly. So thank you, Faith. Happy New Year. Happy first
And this is my
anniversary. I got
daughter's
that.
favorite.
So we're trying to bring something to our viewers. I would like to thank everyone
like
who have
him.
been on this journey of us sharing rabbit farming.
She is pregnant. She's expected on the today, between today and tomorrow.
And everything, so that
But it could be longer. She's not ready yet.
some of the mistakes
She is not ready.
will not repeat itself, and we will try to
As you can see that one.
want to venture into the same
Go back in.
of business. Yes, it's just a small business
They are
in
munching.
the sense that
Some are
who
trying
would
to
think
suck.
any serious person who venture
Titi.
into rabbit farming when there are other serious business prospects here and there?
Started eating,
Why
munching
rabbit
now.
farm? Why rabbit farming? But my answer is because it's simple, because I think it's something that everyone can get into.
They've got fresh grass. I mean, it's controversial. People say no fresh grass for them, but
if you do it
think
well,
about it. When they're in the wild, they
will
eat both fresh and
benefit
dry. So
100%
I don't see why it's a problem.
from
I
doing it well.
always see a lot of people
Basically,
enjoying
it's just
it.
like everything. And yes, it's just a small something that anyone can start. So if we take, for instance, cattle rearing, cattle farming, I mean, not everyone can farm cattle in a domestic setup. But you take piggery, and not everyone will be able to set up in a house setup. You take chicken, yes, you can have them free range. You take maybe
Why are you
sheep
coaxing
or
yourself
any other
all the way
domestic
to the back?
animal. Yes, you
Eat
can
something.
raise, but
You too.
rabbit is, as you can see them on the screen, they are calm, they don't make noise, they are easy to care for, they are delicate. I don't want to fool anyone and make it look like they're not delicate. They're delicate, they're calm, so we'll have to look after them, and they would be prolific for whatever our intention is to keep them. So we've learned a lot along the way. Just want to remind you that we've got a few people behind the scene working hard. We got Marju, and we have Joe, Cletus, and we have a few other people who have got a hand in helping for the farm to be the farm. So with that, I want to take sporadic questions. If you're here with us, we got 13 viewers so far. That is a lot. So if you want to throw any question at me, I'm more than happy to take you through. Otherwise, I can tell you generally what's happening here on the screen as we watch together. That one you see climbing there, she's a wonderful mother now. She was born in the farm. She's one of our favorite mothers. Litters, the first time it littered, it looked after all of them successfully, weaned all of them. So we are grateful for that. This lady you're seeing on the screen as well, she also littered and looked after all of them. So we've selectively been able to pick up from the bunch our best does to use as our breeding stock. And this is what I'm hammering on. Eventually we're doing this farming, not going to beat about the bush. We're doing it for the meat market. But before that, we need to thank you, Zelia. Thank you very much for tuning in. As I was saying, it's a matter of selective breeding. You know, rabbits, they make a lot of babies, and out of the lot, not all are going to survive. Not all are going to be profitable the way you think of it. But for definite,
I like the way they gather themselves, like
1, 2, or 3
one corner,
that are going to be very good. And this is what I'm talking about, the farming aspect of things. We're not just doing the rabbit.
They're having meeting.
We are farming it. So there are so many things.
Because that was in the box and I brought it out.
In it.
So go and join your friends, your brothers and sisters.
So it's very important.
That one looked like the smallest one.
It's been a very important journey for us. The fact that we've been able to handpick which ones we are going to use as our breeding stock and which ones we are going to use as processing, and which ones we are going to spread as in sell for breeders. And I want us to remember these. We sell for breeders. So when we are selling for breeders, if we are not keeping it, we will not sell for breeders. What I'm trying to explain is that if they are not good for breeding for us, then they won't be good for breeding for anyone. So yes, the rabbits all of them are very cute. These ones are some of our this is one of our old mothers. Unfortunately, we lost her. So all these babies, we have all of them or most of them in the farm, and they are being prolific for us. You can see we've been very involved in the feeding process, which is the biggest problem we have in Ghana. Let me be specific. I don't want to be saying Africa, because Ghana specifically, we don't have any known pelletizer, someone who sells pellets, and therefore it makes it a bit difficult for us in making sure we have the right quantity of the ingredients we use for the feed. But having said that, we really adapted very well. We a lot of farmers, a lot of people are putting effort into bringing different formulas, advising what ingredients to add, and I'm hoping that very soon um, we will have our own a very good brand of pellets that will have everything in there.
Okay.
With that brings a lot of other problems because these animals, their stomach is quite delicate.
I think 5 owner. Six.
Their digestive system is
Six.
quite
1, 2,
simple,
3,
and
4,
therefore
5.
you would think simple means
Is it 6 or 5?
it's going to be easy to
Never
care for,
6.
but because it's simple, we have to be careful what we give them,
7, 8.
and yeah, we just have to be careful what we feed a rabbit. So, as you can see, we have made so many babies in this farm, and it's difficult because these animals are so lovely, and as a farmer, you have to be able to detach a bit from the rabbits. Otherwise, we will probably have more than 1,000 rabbits in the farm right now because we won't be able to sell even one if we don't detach. So it's one of those things because these animals are so lovely and so gentle. They, it's a bit like you get attached and you love them. You have no option than to love them. So if you ask me what's one of the difficult part, I would say is getting rid of them, either by dispatching them or selling them as livestock. Recently, we did an exercise where we sold a lot of them. Let me stop here. Game changer, the game changer or game changers. You're seeing a pure breed New Zealand white right on the screen. And we started with local breeds that we don't know. This is a New Zealand red, pure breed New Zealand red. Reason why I put the caption the game changers is these two are males. They are bucks, and they change the whole game in the farm. We started with local breed that we went by the color. If it's white and red, I is New Zealand white, right? If it's different, then it's different. But eventually we got some pure breed that changed the whole game. So these two that you've just seen, they are pure breed males, bucks, and we got some hybrids, and then we got three other pure breed females. Out of the three, we lost one. Out of the two left, one is very good. The other one is not so great with looking after babies and stuff. So it is, thank you, Santi. It is very important for us. If you watch my other videos, I've been going on about a breed, and this is because it is very important if you're doing a farming or if you're keeping rabbit at your backyard doing a small homestead and your intention is to multiply and sell and make some side money, then it's very important for you um, to be selective with a breed. Excuse me, because when these pure breeds got in the system, it changed the whole dynamic of the farm. We were having the kids getting bigger quicker. Within 3 months, they're achieving one kilograms and over within 3 months, which wasn't the case when we had only the locals. So it's very important if you're entering now to think of which breed to go. And with that, I've got so many other videos that um, is going into details how to select your breed, which breed is the best. And I mean, there are probably 50 breeds or more of rabbits. And if you're doing it for business, not all of them. You should literally not get into all of them unless you're choosing that particular breed for a particular reason. There is no need for you to get into all the aspects of rabbits. Um, in actual fact, you've got more advantage focusing on one breed than focusing on two or three breeds, because what you do is you learn more. So I'm happy to take questions. We don't have so much time, but I'm happy to take questions. So if you've got any question, please let it flow. I can see the comments. So please ask questions and I'm happy to show you. Otherwise, I'll comment. This was a wonderful litter. This female, she littered. She's actually one of our favorite does in the house. She littered 9. One fell off the cage and it was left with 8. I think I've got first question. Beside the breed, what is your main plan for expansion for the next year? Oh, thank you for that question. We like I said, we are in 1 year of 2 years of our project phase. Can I explain it better? What I mean is the plan is to have a 2 years project where we start a little. As you know, our story, we started with 6 and now we are way in the 100. We sold so many, and rabbits breed like rabbits, so they are breeding still. So we will expand. We definitely will expand, because the first year I think we have exceeded our expectation, which is always fantastic. That doesn't mean we did not go through challenges. We've gone through so many challenges, but we went into rabbit farming without knowing a lot about rabbits. But within this short period, probably I can claim that I've learned more about rabbit farming, or more about rabbits than probably someone who's been in the game for a long time. So yes, we're going to expand, and when we do it, we would definitely bring it to you, because we want you to see what we're doing. We want you to follow what we're doing. We want to encourage everybody who intend to get into rabbit farming, small or big. Rabbit farming is prolific. I want to make a little point, okay? In Africa, a lot of people are looking at self-sustainability. And if rabbit farming gives us that kind of self-sustainability, because it's not a lot of investment. The initial investment of the cages is the biggest investment. Then why not? In the West, in Europe, it's different. They literally see rabbit farming or rabbits as, most people see rabbits as pets. In the UK, there is no rabbit farm in this country. There are only people who keep rabbits as pets. I'm sure there are people who, keep rabbits in their household and then, have them as meat when they want to. It's allowed, but there is no rabbit farm in the UK. Fair enough. But Africans are seeing an opportunity here to get themselves somewhere, to sustain and eat good and make something out of something. So in my videos, I've had a few questions from European rabbit lovers about the way we keep our rabbit and the room is not small and all that. I get that, but I just want to emphasize that we are doing a farm. Okay. Obviously, we can't satisfy everyone. I have made it a point to give this rabbit the best life ever. I mean, come on, in the wild, have you seen a rabbit being captured by an eagle or by fox or by any other predators? Here we're giving them the best life we can give them, and then we're profiting from keeping them. So we are looking at it as business. So I just want to differentiate. I'm not saying there are no people in Africa that are not doing rabbit as pets, but what I'm saying is majority of um, people in Africa are now waking up and seeing rabbit farming. Rabbit farming in America, they call it homestead. There's a lot of people doing a lot of homestead, keeping their food, keeping their farm and having a farm and then making meat out of it. Elsewhere in China, rabbit meat is very, very, very important for them. It's expensive. In other countries, India, so many other countries, but Africa is just waking up to this, and I am really, really excited about that because we can sustain, we can make our life better if we have something doing. We are developing. Europe is developed. So what they can afford to be their pet, maybe we see it as our meat. So I think that's the way I see it. Just want to explain. I want to explain something as well. As you can see, we've got metal flooring. Um, a lot of people question why we don't have the wooden. Well, again, this is a farming environment where we want to do things efficiently. Now, I will make separate videos, but I find the need to explain a little bit. We have not had any sow hawk for a year. We don't have any sow hawk, which is the soil created because of them stepping on this metal. We've not had any problem like that. But I am listening, and definitely in our next cages that we're going to build, we're going to make it a point, think about that, and maybe go half or some of them we're going to have fully covered wooden floor because I'm listening. But so far, just saying that we have not had any problem with sow hawks. Um, uh, but this just a test to tell you that we're gonna come up with some more video regarding the cages and why we use the metal before. So any more questions? Otherwise, I'll keep going on because I have so many points to discuss. We've made so many videos about um, the breed. As you know, and as you can see, if you know rabbit, we have so many um, unknown breeds there. But what we know that the bucks, which is the males that we are using to cross the females, all of them are now pure breed New Zealand white or New Zealand red, which means every rabbit that comes from our farm is going to be a hybrid of New Zealand and something. Eventually, I would like to go New Zealand, only New Zealand, because with that brings consistency. And when you have consistency, you'll be able to manage better. So if you're new and you're just getting into the rabbit thing, then I strongly recommend. I can only recommend New Zealand white. I know the names are nice when you're the Palomino, Flemish Giant, and so many. Like I said, there are 50 or probably more rabbit breeds. So New Zealand white and red is what we are using in our farm. So just in case you're wondering, um, I am honestly at the moment not interested in any other breed, even though we may have some of other breeds in the farm. At the moment, I'm concentrating on the New Zealand, and it's been great because they are quite strong, robust. They are very good with the sun. In Ghana, the sun is very hot. And therefore, it's important for you to have something that will be able to stand the weather depending on where you are. The New Zealanders are proven they are known to withstand. They are healthy. They are actually created for the meat market, so they are robust and they are very, very adaptive. Yep, as you can see, babies and mommy being served dinner in the litter box just so that mommy will be able to feed babies properly. So, any more questions? Trigger me if there's anything that um you're not sure of and you want to ask question. I'll be more than happy to attend to it. At the moment, our stock at the farm we are around 120 and a little bit over. Every week we have litters. Every week, at least we have 3 or 4 of the does littering. At the moment, we are 45 door units. 45 door units. That's what we got now. It could have been more, but recently we made a decision to make the cages more comfortable for the doors. And you see in some of these videos how much room we've got for the doors. There's so much room because we are listening to the animal right people because they have a role to play. We have to listen. We have to give these animals the best life we can so that they can serve us on the dinner table or in other ways. So it's very important that we give them. So we made conscious decision to increase the sizes of our rooms, and that has been wonderful because before I remember we used to have um, mothers stepping on their babies because the babies when they can be irritating when they come out of the litter box and the mother is not ready to feed them but they want to feed. Mother jumps and now mother can go somewhere and chill whilst the kids are also wherever they are. As you can see, these rooms are, they are bigger than your average Joe. I don't know if there are any other farms that have got bigger rooms than we do, because whatever the standard size of room is, we just doubled it. So as you can see, one cage we removed the middle bit and one cage became 2 for the lactating mothers, which means the mothers who are still breastfeeding. Look at this cage. This is an example of it. You can see we got 2 doors, and from where mommy is standing all the way down there to the corner is the size of the room for one family. And we've seen the improvement. They have much more movement. They are moving freely, and you know it means they are having quality life, and this is what's important. This is what I think is important for us to do. you know what you're witnessing is us, we are separating the developed babies from their mother, and look at their sizes. Um they are 6 months, 8 months, 8 weeks, sorry, not months. They are 8 weeks. These ones, because we were doing an experiment to see how they will feel when we win them later on. Normally we win them earlier than that, but these were 8 weeks when we win them. And you see their sizes. Look at that one. It's as big as the mother, and it's only 8 weeks old. I'm sure that one is a male. That is massive. So that's what we can see. We got any more question? At what point do the kids move to their own cage or share with siblings? Yeah, that's what I was just hammering on. These particular litters or this particular set, we win them at 8 weeks. And as you can see, they are fully grown, they are well grown, and they are ready to live on their own. So when we separate them, we normally put them two each. It's not good. We've learned that it's not good to keep them alone. So at least we keep them two each for them to have a social time and all. And it's worked so well. Firstly, when we get the full litter from one mother, we bring all of them together and then give them a week or observe them. And if we see that they are fighting or because once you separate them, they start getting bigger quicker because they're having more food. And then we separate them again. This time we check their gender, and then we separate the boys and the girls, and that means we won't have any accidental teenage pregnancy, and that's very important. But at 11 to 12 weeks, we decide which ones we're going to keep returning the farm, and then we decide which one we are not keeping. That is which ones we are going to serve as we sell to breeders, or they will be used in different aspects. This particular litter is probably our best litter, and with time we've learned so much. You can see Farmer Joe there, wonderful young man. He loves his animals and he knows what he's doing, and he's learned a lot. But what we do, what we've got with this particular set of litters is that they is probably our best litter. That is because all the mothers that we used, we got them from the farm. We started, they were born in the farm. I'll call them second generation. All the mothers were born in the farm, and all the fathers are pure breed New Zealand. So that's the difference. And you can see the size. Look how beautiful they are. Look how blooming they are, because they've got a pure breed gene in them, which makes them, very, very strong and big quicker, because the New Zealand's, their genes get big quicker. And this is what we are witnessing right there. Look how strong they look. These are all product of a local female and a New Zealand red. And this is 8 weeks old. Just look at the rabbit. This is what I'm saying. If you're starting now, please, please, please think of where you're getting your breed from. I will say confidently, wherever you are, whether you're in the north, south, or east, come to Rabito Famino and get your breeding stock, because we'll be able to give you something that will go, when you take to your farm, you will never regret it. Look at the sizes of this rabbit at 8 weeks, and look at the general, look at their ears, their eyes, look at the general cleanliness and neatness of these animals. Look at their fur, looking very strong. And this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm talking about, that you have to be selective, intentionally selective, and buy your breeds from known breeders, so that you start right. You don't want to start stop. You want to start right. Any more question? I hope I answered that question, Zelia Nunes. yes, better quality of life is one of our goal. That's what we've learned, and that's me listening to the animal rights and the pet lovers who are advocating for us to give these rabbits good life. And I'm 100% for that. I'm going to make sure that our farm is able to give that. Uh, Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Moa. Yes, this is our anniversary t-shirts. If I get a request, I will be able to print some more because I do it myself. I'll only charge the cost for this particular one. But yeah, this is a happy birthday for Rabito Famino, our first year anniversary. But you can see from what you're seeing there, these rabbits are they are happy. You know, look at that mommy feeding. This is what I'm saying. If the room is too small, mommy will not get anywhere to escape. Again, you know, we one thing I want to hammer on as well is we use only natural stuff in our farm. We do not um we do not use any westernized medication. And this is the thing, we've learned so much that we don't use um any drugs or anything. We use herbs, and I'll come up with some videos about the herbs we use and the type of herbs we use. This is how we started. The building you see at the back is the one we started with. It was a 30-door unit, very spacious, and then we started constructing our other cages. And today we can boast of a big canopy that can hold at least 150 rabbits. And as I answered earlier on, we're going to expand as we go. So I want to wrap up, but I want us to give 5 minutes. If anyone want to comment, then I'll take the comments. 5 minutes. But let me comment on what we are looking at right now. What we just saw was some of our very, very first rabbits. And if you look on the floor, the wire mesh used, this was hurting the rabbit. It was really hurting them, and I couldn't stand it. So I had to we had to rip everything off, and then we used 1/2 millimeters, 1 inch. Forgive me, my quoting might be wrong, but we use something with a smaller profile. As you can see, these wire meshes are much tighter than what you saw earlier previously. So we have already made improvements. I want to name the improvements we've made. Like, we've changed the flooring to make it ones with smaller profile, and we've increased the room sizes. And you can see in these, we do feed our animals with some fresh grass as well as hay, dried grass. We've really invested some interest in producing our own hay, and it's looking really good. Please watch out for other videos coming. I would say, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe now, and make sure you turn the notification bell so that whenever we put any video, you can see it, because we are going to show you our project. And our project doesn't only involve the building of more cages and having more rabbits. We are looking at the feeding. We are also looking at how to improve. We're going to look at marketing, and we're looking at so many other aspects of this rabbitry. This has been really great. We got 30 viewers, live viewers, and this is fantastic. Really love it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I don't think we have any more questions, but please subscribe. because we're coming out with some more wonderful video for everyone to pick something, even the pet people. So on this note, we say Rabito Famino signing out. Thank you for coming. We see you on the next video.